Live a life that is worthy of emulation. Live a life that can attract somebody. Do you desire to be fruitful? The qualification for fruitfulness is that you must abide in him. Settle. When men shall say there is a casting down, you will announce that there is a lifting up. Haman is from the descendant of Agag. You know where the story is coming from now. That is what happened, and that's how it happened. Now take this. When Haman stood up in the time of King Ahasuerus, this king was not an ordinary king. This king was not a king that was in charge of a region or a province. He was a king that was controlling 127 provinces. 127. So when he said, kill all the Jews, he was not talking about the Jews in one country. Neither was he talking about the Jews in one city, nor the Jews in one state. He was talking about the Jews in 127 provinces. And these provinces were under the rulership and the leadership of King Ahasuerus, who was the greatest king at that time. Now, to tell you how far this kingdom was, it cuts across between India all the way to Ethiopia. The kingdoms that were under King Ahasuerus at that time started from India and landed all the way to Ethiopia. All of those areas were under the leadership and the rulership of King Ahasuerus. So when Haman said, destroy all the Jews in these provinces, he was talking about destroying the Jews, picking up from India all the way to Ethiopia, killing all the Jews in all the lands. And now hear this. When he made the proposal, it was not just signed by the signet of the king, which was the ring of the king. Where we left it was that the king removed his ring and handed it over to Haman, and which is to say, Haman, write anything you want, seal it with my seal, it becomes a law. And whatever is sealed with that seal is not an ordinary seal, it's the seal of the king that was representing the king of Persia at that time. And what does it stand for? Anything sealed with his signature cannot be revoked. No man can revoke it. It stands like that. But hear this. After that, he gave him. Now very quickly, I show you one or two things and we get praying. I told you I will give you something today. Esther chapter 3. Very quickly, I want to appreciate those who watch our television programs, those who watch us over the internet. You've been encouraging us. Your calls are encouraging us to keep pushing it. And your encouragement has been wonderful. We have followers that we are proud to say to you, you our followers, we are not making light of you. Your encouragement, your support to this commission will keep me moving. And I promise you something, I won't lower the standard. And rather we will make it better. Thank you. Thank you. All the lovers of this commission, my sons, out there in diaspora, my daughters out there in diaspora, God bless you for me. I'm using this opportunity to bless every one of you. As you watch this program, you're going to be part of the blessings that God will release in this meeting today. I'm still standing strong for you. Don't bother yourself. It doesn't matter word. I am fired up just like a rhino. Oh, hold on and hear God's word. God bless you and remain on top. I love you. God bless you. Esther chapter number 3. Very quickly, repeat me verse 9 and give me verse 10, and then we move from there.
If it please the king, let it be written that they may be destroyed, and I will pay 10,000 talents of silver to the hands of those that have the charge of the business.
Listen to me. I asked us a question. A man said to the king, there are a group of persons scattered in this city. Somebody may be asking, this thing you told us now, that King Ahasuerus is covering the province that comprises of 127 provinces under him. And I said he started from India all the way to Ethiopia. Somebody may be thinking, how manage? What is he talking about? Somebody very quickly, another person can help us if the reader will, lose it. Go to Esther chapter 1. Read from verse 1. Let me show it to you in the Bible. Then we can pick it up from there. So you know what I'm talking about. You know what the Bible is talking about. Esther chapter 1 from verse 1. Who is there?
Now it came to pass.
Now it came to pass.
In the days of Ahasuerus.
In the days of Ahasuerus.
This is Ahasuerus which reigned.
Which reigned.
From India.
From India.
Even unto Ethiopia.
Even unto Ethiopia.
Over 107 and 20 provinces.
100 and what?
107 and 20 provinces.
What does that mean?
127.
127 what?
Provinces.
This is the Ahasuerus who reigned from India to where?
Unto Ethiopia.
Is it in your Bible? Or you're close? Back to Esther chapter 3. Back to Esther chapter 3. Esther chapter 3. Now, hey! Back to Esther chapter 3. Now, listen. The lives of the Jews that we are in danger here are the lives of the Jews that we are scattered in 127 provinces. There is somebody in this meeting today. You are not just representing yourself, you are representing generations. You're coming in contact with this oil. It's not only going to benefit you, it will benefit your brother in Asia, benefit your uncle in America, benefit your brother in Africa. It will benefit your mother in the village. It will benefit your sister at home. That is to say, anytime you stand on the altar of blessing, anybody around you can be blessed. Anytime you stand on the altar of course, anybody around you can be affected. I came to announce to somebody today that the decree of God over your life will benefit your generation. It will benefit your family. Raise your voice and shout amen like thunder. A man sat down and was determining the destiny of all the Jews, starting from the country of India all the way to the country of Ethiopia, covering all of these lands. A man stood up and was determining their future, was determining their tomorrow. And the man said, destroy them. And the man said, kill them. But I read the book of 1 Samuel chapter 15, and I saw God
ahead of time. Anytime I talk to this generation, I tell you I'm a prophet of God. I am not a member of the fire brigade. God will tell you things ahead of time. So in 1 Samuel chapter 15, God already saw what will happen in Esther. So he started in 1 Samuel chapter 15 and he said to Saul, kill everyone from Amalek. He said, kill their men, kill their women, kill the young, kill the old. God went as far as saying, kill even the sucking babies. He said, kill all their animals. Everything that belonged to them, destroy them all. That was what I saw in 1 Samuel chapter 15. Now in Esther chapter 3, I saw that the same man, Agag, whose life the man Saul spared, a man from his loins called him and stood up and said, give it to me again, sir.
If it please the king,
if it please the king,
let it be written that they may be destroyed.
Let it be written that not he may be destroyed, but they may be destroyed.
And I will pay 10,000 talents of silver.
If you destroy them, I will pay. Now, why do you want to pay if you stand to gain nothing? Why do you want to pay over the killing of another man or other people? Why do you want to pay so that destinies will be destroyed? He said, if it pleases the king, let it be written that they be destroyed, and I will pay for it. I will pay.
I will pay 10,000 talents of silver.
I will pay 10,000 talents of silver
to the hands of those that have the charge of the business.
To the hands of those that have the charge of the business.
To bring it unto the king's treasuries.
So they can bring it to your treasury, O king.
And the king took his ring from his hand.
When the king had the amount that will be paid, when the king had the amount, he didn't wait for it to be written and signed. He removed his ring and gave to him, which is the sign and the power of authority. Here the implication. Removing that ring and giving it to Haman. Haman can write anything and seal it with that seal. Anything he writes and seals with that seal becomes a law that even the king cannot revoke. If time permits me today, I will tell you the only thing that can counter that law. If that law is sealed with the king's signature, there is no how the king himself or any other can revoke it. The king cannot revoke it. No other person can revoke it. That is why any king in the position of Ahasuerus has life and death in his tongue. Now hear this.
And the king took his ring from his hand.
The king took his ring from his hand.
And gave it unto Haman, the son of Hammedat.
And gave it unto
Haman,
the son of Hammedat.
The Agagite.
The what?
The Agagite.
Do you now, can you connect it now? Anytime you see the Agagite, you can connect it now. If not that it was the King Agag that now became like the name they answer, he was supposed to be called the Amalekite. Come on now. But because it was King Agag whose life was preserved, who was the king of Amalek. Remember now. You remember 1 Samuel chapter 15? Good. I don't want to take you back to what we had already. We have a lot to talk about. And I want to conclude it today. So I have a lot of work to do. So the earlier you understand me, the better for me, so I can just quickly run through. Now, this man is from Agag because he is from the lineage of King Agag. And King Agag was the king of Amalek. As at the time God gave an order that every Amalekite should be killed, Saul preserved the life of King Agag. And
And in the book of Esther chapter 3, Haman, the son of Agag, by being a descendant of Agag, stood up, had issue with a man at the gate by name Mordecai. Now he said, the Bible said, when he discovered that Mordecai was a Jew, the game changed. He was no more after Mordecai. He wanted to settle something with Mordecai. There are issues in families that when a man rises to position, you want to settle that matter. So Haman in his heart has a cause to settle with the Jews. So it is not about Mordecai. It's about the cause he has in his heart. Let me teach the Jews some lessons. They were in position sometime and they dealt with my people. They completely annihilated the nation of Amalek. But now that I'm in position in this land, I will finish the Jews. I'm not talking about Mordecai. Mordecai is not my problem. I will finish all the Jews. And based on this, the king was approached, and the king doesn't know. Hear the point. The king didn't know that there was anything between the Jews and Haman. The king didn't know that anything was going on. But any problem you fail to solve, when God asks you to solve it, becomes a mountain for you to climb. I will explain. Any problem you fail to solve, when God asks you to solve it, will become a mountain for you to climb tomorrow. How do I mean? Why didn't the king wait? Let them write that thing and bring to the king so he can read before sealing. But the king pulled his ring and gave to Haman. Haman can write that one and write other things and seal it with the seal, and the whole nation will be in trouble. But the king didn't mind. Why? Because there was something that went wrong generations ago, and when that thing goes wrong, it comes after a man. There are some of you here listening to the sound of my voice right now. You are facing battles, you don't know where they're coming from, as a result of the mistakes of your fathers, as a result of what your father didn't do and what your mother didn't do, as a result of what they did in the past. And today the thing is tying your destiny up. You are struggling with it. Your children are struggling with it. Generations are struggling with it, and nobody know what to do. Nobody know how to handle it. Mordecai was at the gate. Mordecai was only crying. Mordecai was only lamenting. But there was nothing Mordecai could do. And here this brother, and the Bible said that Haman collected the ring from the hand of the king, and he went and wrote. After he wrote, what did he write? If you hear he wrote, you may not understand. Sir, go to verse 13. Verse 13. Tell me what he wrote. Verse 13.
And the letters were sent by post.
The letters were sent by post. Some translations say by courier.
Into all the king's provinces.
Into all the king's provinces.
To destroy.
Mark that word. Now, start reading and look at it very carefully. To destroy.
To kill.
To kill.
And to cause to perish.
To cause to perish. Some translations say annihilate.
All Jews.
Come. Some Jews.
All Jews. All Jews.
All Jews.
Both young and old.
Both young and old.
Little children and women.
Little children and women.
In one day.
In one day.
Even upon the 13th day of the 12th month.
Hold on. Listen. In 1 Samuel chapter 15, God said, kill all of them, male and female, young and old. Saul did not do it. In Esther chapter 3, it was written by Haman, kill all the Jews. When the Jews failed to kill the Amalekites all, in 1 Samuel chapter 15, it came to Esther chapter 3, a repeat of the same thing that God had told them. He said, kill all of them, both male and female, young and old, little children and old one. Kill all of them, leave nobody alive. The same thing that God told Saul in 1 Samuel chapter 15 was what Haman wrote in Esther chapter 3 verse 13. Read verse 14 if you can, and then we move.
The copy of the writing for a commandment to be given in every province was published unto all the people,
It became a commandment.
that they should be ready against that day.
They should all be ready against that day. And now listen. It is not a law that is about to be made. It is a law that was already sealed, waiting for that day when they will all be destroyed. Mordecai was at the gate when Mordecai got the information, and Mordecai heard what has happened. Mordecai tore his clothes, put ash on himself, and wore sackcloth, but cannot enter the king's palace, because nobody can be in that condition and enter the palace of the king. So he was outside the king's palace crying. In chapter 4 of Esther, they saw Mordecai crying and weeping, went in and told Esther that Mordecai brought up. Esther gave clothes and said, go and give Mordecai to change. Give him something to eat. Tell Mordecai to be okay. They came to Mordecai. Mordecai said, this is not my problem. Mordecai returned them back. And Esther had to send attack. The eunuch that was assigned to attend to her. Then attack came to Mordecai to ask. And after the long story made short, Mordecai told him to go and tell Esther that all the Jews are in trouble. All the Jews are about to die. There is one chance we have. You are in the palace. Go and talk to the king on behalf of the Jews. And when that was told Esther, Esther turned around and said to Mordecai, you want me to put my life in danger? It is a law in this land that nobody dare steps in unto the king except that the king sends for you. If the king doesn't send for you, if you come anywhere near him, you are as good as a dead man. That is how powerful that king was. That is how powerful the king we are talking about was. And when Esther said that to Mordecai, Mordecai could not handle it. Mordecai sent back words to her and said, go and tell Esther there is something about Mordecai that touches me. Then I know that if the blood of the Trinity that is in us runs on the inside of you, there are some things you do and say. Mordecai said, go and tell Esther. Who knows if it is for such a time as this that God placed you inside the palace. But nevertheless, Esther, don't you think that because you are inside the palace today as queen to the king, that you are going to escape death? Even if you fail to stand for the Jews, somehow, I don't know how, but help will come, relief will come. I don't know how, but I know that help will come. But for you and your father's house, your people shall be destroyed if you fail to do what you should do. If you fail to help now that we needed your help, somehow, I see help come. Somehow, I see the Lord come all out to help his people. And they went back to Esther and they told her the words of Mordecai. And Esther said, go back to my
my uncle Mordecai and tell him this. Tell Mordecai, my uncle, to gather all the Jews in Shushan. Let them all fast and pray for me. Let no man eat bread. Let no man eat food for 3 days. Let them go on fasting. I too, I will go on fasting. Me and my mates and my servants, we shall not eat food. We will wait upon the Lord. We will cry unto our God. After the 3 days fasting, I shall go in unto the king. If I perish, I perish. If I die, let me die. I will take my life in my own hands. I will step in. Esther, why do you want to take this step? It is the trouble that Saul brought to the whole people. If Saul had done what God asked him to do in 1 Samuel chapter 15, nobody will risk his life. In Esther chapter 4, the Bible said that they took words back to Mordecai. Mordecai said, no problem. He called on the Jews and they all took up fasting and they began to pray. Child of God, there is limit to what you can do to us in this place. This is a praying church. This is a praying church. What you can do to others and quench them, you can try it with us. We're a praying church. We know how to seek the face of God. So when you see me talk the way I talk, I know why I talk like that. I tell you, you can't do us nothing because we know how to call on our God. Esther said, you people should go to God for me 3 days. Fast, pray, call upon him, cry unto God. Let him help us now. He's the only one who can. He's the only one who will. And as Esther said, cry, call upon God. My Bible said that the Jews in Shushan, just like she had said to them, they took up fasting, they took up prayers. For 3 solid days, they prayed and they fasted. And my Bible said, after they finished praying, after they finished fasting, that Esther went in and stood by the entrance of the king's court. And the Bible said the king saw her, and the king asked her to come in. After that, the king has given her the scepter, which shows sign of acceptance, and I am the one who is allowing you. And she came in unto the king, and the king said unto Esther in chapter 5, and the king said unto Esther, what is it that is troubling you? Make your request, I will grant it to you. Esther could not make the request that day. Esther shifted it because it is not an easy request to make. And on a second meeting, Esther said to the king, I want to ask for a favor. When the king said, ask for anything up to the half of my kingdom, I will give it to you. And Esther said, oh king, do me a favor. I want to organize a banquet, and in my banquet I want only 2 persons to be in attendance. I want you to attend, and I want Haman to attend. I want the both of you to be my guest in my banquet that I prepare. I am a Jewish girl. I'm coming from somewhere. It was not my father that raised me. As I was studying the scripture, I feared God the more. I said to Bible history, oh Bible history, you told me that the father of Esther died and Mordecai rose and trained her up. Oh Bible history, the father of Esther may not have known what Mordecai knew. The father of Esther may not have had the qualities that Mordecai had. So for God to prepare Esther for where he's taking her to, her father has to die so that Mordecai can plant in her the good quality. Oh my God! Oh, somebody hold on. For her to get to where God wants her to be. I don't know what you think you're going through today, but your predicament today may be your miracle tomorrow. Oh, that which is bringing you down today may be what will promote you tomorrow.
If the father of Esther was to be alive, Mordecai won't raise Esther. If Mordecai didn't raise Esther, Esther may not know the importance of fasting and prayer. If Mordecai didn't raise Esther, Esther may not know that it is necessary for anybody to seek the face of God before you make a major step in your life. Before you take a major step in your life. And for Mordecai to raise Esther, her father has to go. There are things you lose today. You are not losing them because God is not powerful enough to save them. You are losing them because God is preparing you for somewhere. Now hear this. Number one, the decree had been made. Okay? Written, signed and sealed. Circulated, date waiting. Esther had gone into the king. She has not spoken to the king about the matter. She only made a request that the king should be her guest with Haman. That both of them should be her guest for her banquet. The king had obliged her that. Now hear this. To cut the long story short, there are a lot of readings for us to make. The king called on Haman and announced to him, I don't want to talk about the gala. I don't want to talk about how he prepared the gala for Mordecai. I think I preached that some time ago, but I will do that. That's a different thing altogether to talk about. So let me jump that one now. Now the king had told Haman that he's going to be a guest of the queen, just himself and he, Haman, alone. And Haman's heart was full of joy. And the Bible said he went home rejoicing. And in chapter 5, verse 14, his wife and his friend suggested to him that he should prepare the gala. And the Bible said he saw that as something nice. He told them, he said, the highest honor in the land I have. But immediately he prepared the gala. He didn't want Mordecai to be killed like all the other Jews. He wanted to hang Mordecai. And then all the other Jews will be killed. But there is something about sowing a seed. For any seed you sow, you shall reap. He prepared the gala. The same night he prepared the gala, the king could not sleep. I don't want to talk about this, but let me say it. The same night he prepared it, the king could not sleep. There is somebody in this place. The enemy is still laughing and rejoicing because he hasn't put down his plan against you yet. When he put down his plan, that same hour, God will show him that he is God. The same night, the king could not sleep. And the king demanded. It is no longer about Esther's invitation. It is no longer about what Esther has to say. The king said, bring me the book of the Chronicles. Bring me the book of the record of the kings. And he began to read through himself and discovered that there was a time they wanted to kill him. And it was Mordecai that told him that some people are planning to kill you. And the king called his servants and said, what have we done for Mordecai? And they told him, no reward has been given to Mordecai yet. Now let me say this to you. Most times the time you sow your seed is not when you reap the fruit. Don't be a fool. Don't work and expect pay immediately. Anytime God delay your pay, it means he want to pay you more than what you deserve. Oh, now, come on. Somebody get this word. Anytime your pay is delayed, it means that God wants to give you more than what you have worked for. And my Bible recorded that the king said, what has been done? They said nothing has been done. What happened to the king for him to decide what to do? The king turned around and said, who is at the court? They told him it is Haman. He has come. He has come because he wanted to see the king very quickly. When the king was told that it was Haman that was at the king's court, the king said, bring him in. And they called Haman in. And the king asked Haman, oh Haman, what should be done for a man who the king wants to honor? Something will always come to the mind of an evil person. Haman said in his heart, who else will the king decide to honor if not me? Who else has found favor in the sight of the king if not me? That I am the one who has found favor. I am the one who is the most qualified to be honored. And Haman said, king, you know what? You will give the person royal robe. But listen, the royal robe will not be an ordinary robe, but the one that the king has worn. You know what that means? The king will remove it from his body, the one he has worn, and then put it on the person. And they will bring the horse that the king uses, the one that the king had rode on, the one that has the crest. Listen, the one that has the crest. The crest is a symbol of authority. He said the one that has the crest, which you should bring it. That man will ride on it, and you will assign somebody who is honorable in this land to carry the man around upon that horse, so that everybody will know. As they go, that honorable man will begin to make announcements that this is the man who the king have decided to honor. An announcement will be made. But that horse must be the horse that has the crest. And now listen to me. Crest is like the national authority. Let me say this to you. When you see an army officer, when you see a police officer wearing beret, that beret they are wearing is not what make them police. It's not what make them army. What make them army is the crest. At the middle of the night, when spirits move about, when you see an army officer standing or a policeman standing, if he's wearing that beret with the crest on it, that crest is a national symbol that I am not standing as a man. I am standing as a representative of a nation. Any spirit that come to that man cannot attack the man as a person. That is why the crest upon the police beret and the army beret that you see drives out demons. That is why they can enter shrine and nothing will happen to them, by the reason of the crest. Some of them don't know. If you remove the beret and drop it outside without the crest, the demon will strike you down. That thing you see in the Bible that Haman said, the horse that I want to ride on must be the one that has the crest. He is saying, I want the one that has the symbol of authority. That is what will make you stand at the middle of the night, right at the road. Spirits are crossing, demons are passing. They can't touch you, but the reason of the crest. And where is the crest placed? You don't place the crest by your side. You don't place
put the crest behind you. You place it in front of you, saying, I am not standing on my own. So he said, I want to use the one that has the crest on it, which is symbol of national authority. We will ride on it, announcing that this is the man whom the king have decided to honor. After that, he has explained them all. Hear what now? Hear what now? God bless you. God bless you. Some of my officers are beginning to know some things that they didn't know. Because of the crest, that they can enter an evil shrine. So long as the crest is standing, the evil shrine can't do them anything. There is something about the crest. That is why the crest is not produced from any particular division, nor the police headquarters. The crest comes from a source, and there is more to the source of the crest. Talknado. But that's a preach for another day. That's a preach for another day. Wait for me. I got a word to tell my generation. Now, after that Haman had said all that he said, the king turned to Haman and said, everything you have said, removing none, exactly like you have said it, go and carry it on Mordecai. Mata brother Yagazakateya. Go and do it for Mordecai. That became a very painful day for him, a very sorrowing day for him. Remember, his wife and friends had told him to do that. Don't you ever listen to the words of anybody that is not godly. Shall I remind you that when the game turned and he went to honor Mordecai, as he came back, chapter 6 verse 13, the same wife, and now the Bible says all his friends together said to him, that Mordecai, before whom you have started falling, if he is of a Jewish blood, you will not succeed over him. You will surely fall before him. Listen. Oh yeah, read that verse 13, 6:13.
And Haman told Zeresh, his wife,
Haman told his wife,
and all his friends,
everything
that had befallen him.
Everything that had befallen him.
Then said his wise men and Zeresh, his wife.
His wise men and his wife said to him,
if Mordecai be of the seed of the Jews,
if Mordecai be of the seed of the Jews,
if
Mordecai is a Jew, if Talknado is Talknado,
before whom thou hast begun to fall,
before whom you have started falling,
thou shalt not prevail against him.
You will not prevail against him,
but shall surely fall before him.
You will surely fall before him. This is the same wife who told him in chapter 5 verse 14. The same wife in chapter 6 verse 13. The same wife and his friends. The same people who told him in chapter 5 verse 14 to go and build a gallows. The same people who told him he can defeat Mordecai. Now, let me show you. 5:14. Read quickly. 5:14.
Then said Zeresh his wife.
Then said Zeresh his wife.
And all his friends unto him.
And all his friends unto him.
Let a gallows be made of 50 cubits high.
Make a gallows. We will give you the size. 50 cubits high. Very high gallows.
And tomorrow speak unto the king.
Tomorrow go and talk to the king.
That Mordecai may be hanged thereon.
So that you can hang Mordecai there.
Then go thou in merrily with the king unto the banquet.
Then you can now go for the banquet and enjoy yourself with the king after you have hanged Mordecai. Now, this is chapter 5 verse 14. In chapter 6 verse 13,
The same people turned and said, if that man is a Jewish man. In chapter 5, didn't they know he was a Jewish man? After today, your enemies will change their language. They 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 will change their language. Your haters will change their language. Your mockers will change their language. Your haters will change their language. Their language over your life will change. Their language over your family will change. Somebody raise voice and shout the loudest amen. In chapter 5, didn't they know he was a Jewish? They knew. But when they saw that he is beginning to fall, in chapter 6, verse 13, their language changed. They said, if Mordecai, before whom you are beginning to fall. So they noticed that this is the beginning of his falling. Honoring a man he wanted to hang. After today, those who want to hang you will honor you. Those who want to hang you, they will honor you. Those who are wishing you dead, you will attend their burial. This prophecy is for somebody. Take it quickly. Take it quickly. Those who want you dead, you will attend their burial. Those who want you dead, you will attend their burial. Raise voice and shout the loudest amen. Raise voice and shout the loudest amen. Those who want you dead, you will attend their burial. You will attend their burial. You will attend their burial. Let your amen sound like thunder. Those who want your life, you will attend their burial. In the mighty name of Jesus Christ. Oh yeah, hear this. From there, the worst had started happening. And he attended the banquet of the queen, being the only guest alongside with the king. Both of them attended. In the course of the banquet, the king turned again and said to Queen Esther, can you make your request now? When the king turned to Esther and said, oh, Queen Esther, make your requests. Queen Esther said to the king, if I have found favor in your sight, do me this favor. Give me my life and the life of my people. For somebody has bought our lives to destroy us and to kill us. The king turned and said, who could that man be? That is to say, the king didn't even know what Haman had written. That is to say, the king didn't even know what Haman signed with his ring. The king asked Esther, who could that man be? And Esther summoned courage, turned and faced Haman, and said to the king, this is that wicked man. This is the wicked man. This is the wicked man. This is the bad man. I like people that talk like Esther. She said, this is the bad man. This is the evil man who has paid that all the Jews be destroyed. Who has paid that all the Jews will come to an end. Something happened to the king immediately. The Bible said the king was wrought in his spirit. The king was angry and bitter. But there is something. The king was also in a tight corner. The king was in a tight corner because it has been signed and sealed.
was in a tight corner because the letter has been distributed. The letter has been signed and sealed. The king was in a tight corner because time was running out. The king was in a tight corner because at that time he couldn't figure out what to do. So what the king did was to stand up from there, and out of anger he walked out of the place. He walked out of the place because he was now thinking within himself, what do I do now? What am I going to do in this situation? So the king walked out of the place, and as the king stepped out, and the Haman saw the countenance of the king, when the king stood up to walk away, Haman stood up on his own and went to where Queen Esther was sitting and began to beg Queen Esther, oh Queen Esther, have mercy on me. Your forefathers were unable to stand my forefathers. You can't stand me. I have the blood of the Jew running in me. No Amalekite can destroy me. It will never happen. I may be close to it. Haman, you wrote it. You signed it. But hold on, there is a God in heaven. Mordecai said, somehow, help will come. Hey. He said, help will come from another end. And hear this. Why the king was reasoning in his head. Listen to me. The history of killing the Jews and killing Esther would have spoiled the record of King Ahasuerus. Because by what was signed, they were to come and even carry Esther and kill Esther because she's of a Jewish blood. And what was signed said every Jew. And Esther as a queen was a Jewish person. So even Queen Esther was supposed to die. So the king didn't know. Now, if the king was to be the one to sign, he would have read through. But he didn't read through. He didn't see it because he gave his ring to Haman in trust, believing that Haman will do the right thing. So the king stepped out of the place. Come on, I want you to understand now. His head, if you want to use our literal word, his head was filled up. He didn't know what to do at that time. He stood up and walked away from there. But anger was written all over him. And when Haman saw the anger of the king, Haman understood. He knew what it means for the king to be that angry. And the only way now is for him to beg Esther. And he went to Esther, where Esther was, and was begging Esther. Now, why the king was outside, he didn't fall. Listen to me. Why the king was outside, he didn't fall. Because if he had fallen right on Esther, why the king was outside, he would have stood up and said sorry. And the queen will understand that, he didn't mean any harm. But now, hear the Bible. As he was close to Esther and was begging, and then was begging Esther, and the king was stepping back inside the hall, a hand pushed him. And he fell on Esther. The king said, Listen to me. This one doesn't need a writing or signing. The only thing the king said, will he also molest her, embarrass her? Will he also rape her before me, knowing that I am here? Hey! Before me, I believe I am a man. I believe I'm not just a man, but I belong to a class. Before me, when I know that I am danger to danger. Before me, when I know that I'm a thunder to thunder. Matayala, don't touch me there. Mata brother kate yelele. Before me.
And they better before me.
When I know what I carry, when I know what I represent,
When I know what I stand for, will he also rape her, knowing that I am here? That was the only thing the king said. The next thing I saw in my Bible was that the servants of the king collected Haman. And when they collected Haman, they said to the king, excuse me, king, there's a secret we didn't tell you. He prepared a gallows with which he wanted to hang Mordecai. Shall we? And the king said, go on. Now listen. The date for the execution of the Jews that was written by Haman and signed by Haman, he didn't live to see that date. You didn't hear me? He was not alive to see that day. Your enemy will not be alive to see the day that they desire for evil against you, for evil against your family, for evil against your business, for evil against your career, for evil against your tomorrow. They shall not be alive to see that day. They shall not be alive to see that day. They shall not be alive to see that day. Somebody collect this prophecy for yourself. Collect this prophecy for your family. Collect this prophecy for the work of your hands. Collect this prophecy for your life. Somebody collect this prophecy. Somebody take this prophecy right now. I prophesy into your life. I prophesy upon your generation. I prophesy over your head. Haman was not alive to see that day. Can somebody raise voice and shout? Can somebody holler in this house? Can somebody shout in this house? They will not be alive to see that day. I hear the Lord. He said to me, declare to my people, it shall be well with them. The enemy will not be alive to see the day of their dream against you, to see their wish against you. God will not allow them perform their enterprise. Somebody holler in this place. If they shout inside, they say win inside. If you can raise your voice, God can raise you up. If you can raise your voice, God can raise you up. If you can raise your voice, God can raise you up. There is something the Bible told me. The Bible didn't tell us when, but the Bible only made reference to us that the king had recovered his ring from Haman. But the Bible didn't tell us when the king was asking for it. So that means something happened that the king collected back his ring. That's what the Bible said. The king had collected back his ring from Haman. The next thing I saw was that the king turned around, looked at Esther, looked at Mordecai, and said there is only one solution to the present problem. And everybody began to wonder what the solution is. But the king, being the king of the land, he knows that only one thing can cancel what he has written. He, the king, cannot order for the cancellation of that order. He can't order for it. No man in the land can alter a word that will cancel it. It is sealed, it is sealed. But the only thing that can cancel it is that a counter order superior to that one can also be written, sealed with the same seal. When another order sealed with the seal contradicts that one, it nullifies that one. What did the king do? He removed his ring for the second time and gave it to Mordecai and said to Mordecai, Mordecai, go and write. He said, Mordecai, go and write. All of you should write, canceling the former order This one you write now, after writing, use this my ring. Seal it. Post it and send it everywhere that they have sent the former one. As soon as this one arrives, it cancels the other one. How does it mean? I tell you, it works even in constitutions. In constitutions of the lands. That is why when you go to any court of law, you will hear lawyers during the time of litigation. A lawyer will quote a particular law. After reciting the law, you will hear the lawyer say, as was amended. You will hear the lawyer say, as was amended. Now listen, when a particular law is amended and that law is signed into law, it becomes superior to the one that was in existence before, nullifies that one, that this one now becomes the authentic law. But the only thing that can cancel or nullify an existing law is another law. Come on now. When another law comes on top of an existing law, it makes the previous one of no effect. It makes the previous one of no power. Come on now. That law, when you come to the law court and you cite the previous one, you are making a mistake because the previous one does not have power again. And that is where the judge will tell you that no, not this one. Because it has been amended. So what did the king do? He removed his ring, handed over to Mordecai. Now listen, the king was handing it over to Mordecai, telling Mordecai, nullify the law that said the Jews should be killed. Mordecai said, this is an opportunity. See what I'm about to write. When Mordecai wanted to write, Mordecai didn't write to say the Jews should not be killed. Hear what Mordecai wrote. Mordecai said that date should hold, but extend the date. But the only thing you will do is that the new law says that all the Jews should gather together, prepared with their weapons of war, by the support of the governors and the government officials, with the support of government and everybody in the land, support the Jews. Let every enemy that come to attack the Jews be killed. Mordecai wrote that all the Jews go into slaughtering mission. That thing Saul failed to do in 1 Samuel chapter 15. Since Esther is challenging me, we will do it in Esther. So Mordecai wrote that all the Jews in all the provinces should gather with weapons of war. Government support them everywhere. All the powers of the land support them everywhere. Help them in the slaughter. Help them in the killing. Because if your enemies do not die, you are not free. Now this was written, sealed, carried, and all the courier began to walk. They sent it to all the provinces, and every province got their own. And all the Jews were set and ready. And that day came. The Bible said there was so much slaughter. After the Jews killed and killed and killed, and they were not satisfied, they said, extend it. Give us some other days for killing. Read your Bible. Days were added for killing, and they were slaughtering. They slaughtered so much so that the Bible said the report came to the king in his palace that look at the number of people that have been killed. The king called on Mordecai and called on Esther and said, look at the number of people the Jews have killed. They say, we are not satisfied. Give another order for extension. Let there be slaughtering. Because the Agag that our forefathers saved his life became a problem to us. In our time, let's finish them once and for all. Who in this house is telling me, Talknado, I need to finish them once and for all? I need to finish them once and for all. They are becoming a problem to my destiny.
and there was so much slaughter. But there is something that the Bible told me. The Bible said when they sent the letters everywhere, all the governors were afraid of Mordecai. Look, the Bible said they were terrified by Mordecai because the news of the power of Mordecai circulated in the 127 provinces that were under the king. They said his name began to ring bell, but this was a gate man. This was a gate man. You can meet me anywhere today, but hold on, I'm going somewhere. Oh my God. And now listen. He's a Jewish man, but he was holding the king's signet. He was holding the ring of the king. That is to say, if he sleep and wake up, he can write anything and see. Post. You didn't hear me. If any day he sleep and wake up, he will see. He had the power in his hands. Can I talk to you now? Can I talk to you now? Now, the only thing that canceled that law, that order, was a superior order. Haman wrote his own. But can I say this to you? The both of them that were written, none was written by the king. You didn't hear me? Can I tell you what it means? The battle is a spiritual battle. It didn't start in Esther. It started in 1 Samuel. It's an existing problem. It's a spiritual problem. So an Amalekite wrote his own in Esther chapter 3. Then a Jewish man wrote his own that concluded Esther. The enemy had written his own. There is something the enemy wrote about you. There is something the enemy wrote about your family. For some of you, he wrote untimely deaths. Why are you quiet? Why are you not shouting kapute? For some of you, he wrote struggling without results. For some of you, he wrote poverty. Why are you quiet? Why are you not shouting kapute? For some of you, he wrote failure. For how long are you going to be quiet, my friend? Listen to me. Listen to me. If you keep quiet, that law will take place. There is something the Bible told me that is quite clear. The only thing in the hand of Mordecai that changed the system was two things. One, the ring of the king, which is the king's signet. Two was knowledge. The king told him what to do. The king told him what to do. That is why where there is no knowledge, people perish. Can I say this to you? They have said something about you. You look at your life from year to year, from season to season, the same thing is repeating itself. Somebody wrote something. Somebody wrote something. Somebody wrote something about your life. Somebody wrote something about your children. Somebody wrote something about the future of your generation. Somebody wrote something about your business. Somebody wrote something about the work of your hands. What are you going to do? You will not be quiet. You will rewrite it. God is out.
discouraged. Did you hear what I said? Don't be discouraged. Since you found this commission, you've been boasting. You've been so proud, telling people that you are a member of the Talknado family, that nobody can do anything to you, that nobody can touch you, nobody can harm you. But something happened to you today on your way to church. Are you aware of it? Something happened to you today on your way to church. And you don't know what to do. You're crying, you're lamenting. Can you people bring her a seat and let her sit here and wait for me just 1 minute? Please bring her a seat there. You are boasting in your compound, boasting in the marketplace that you are a Talknado child, that anybody that touch you will see something. You are making so much noise about it. Your neighbors fear you. And one of the things that is breaking your heart now is the face with which you will go home and what your neighbors will say. Is that?
It's true, Daddy.
What is bothering you now is that I have boasted so much.
Yes, Daddy.
I have told them so much about Talknado. You wear your bangle, you wear your Dixon everywhere.
Yes, Daddy.
Most times you will lift it in the compound and kiss it.
Yes, Daddy.
And say, anybody that try me here, I settle the person. And there's a painful aspect of what happened to you that God is telling me. You were coming to church very early today when they rushed you and snatched your bag.
Yes, Daddy.
And inside that bag was your phone and the stick with which we prayed for.
Like that stick is
that stick is your major. That stick is your major issue. Or you call me Talknado. You call me. Say Talknado.
Talknado, I know. That is your name, Daddy.
You boasted so much. She boasted so much. She made so much noise about it. She told them, I belong to Talknado, nothing will happen. And your phone is inside, everything is inside. But your phone is not your problem. The rest things are not. Your problem is that stick with which we have been praying. And you wanted to bring it today because you couldn't bring it on Thursday.
Daddy. Yes, Daddy.
And since you came to church, you've not been yourself.
Yes, Daddy.
And you trust Talknado, right? Do you trust Talknado?
Yes, Daddy. I trust you.
You trust.
Yes, Daddy.
The God of Talknado you are boasting with him there are no impossibilities. I will show you something now. If you are for me, I will be for you. The young man who snatched your bag with his group, one of them now will insist, carry the bag, and he will start coming here. I will stop every of their program now. They will bring your bag back to you intact, and they are bringing the bag inside this church. They are bringing the bag right here. Go and sit down. Come here, young lady. You love God so much, right? You love God so much. You are using what your father willed to you as a gift to help the young man who has promised you to marry you. And the young man is in this church with you. Go and bring
Came
him.
together.
Go and bring him. Calm down. Bring it down. Please collect the bag from him. Call the sister for me. Bring the bag. Call the sister. Is this your bag? Come down. Come down. Come down.
Daddy. Daddy.
Oh yeah, check your things. Check your things.
Daddy, this one, this is okay.
Check. Your phone is inside. Now go and sit down. After you come and give it to me. It's okay. After, come and give it to me. It's okay. Now listen, young man. This is the man carrying the prophetic mandate of the God of Talknado. That work you people used to do there, stop it now. Stop it now. And help me give the news. Abba, hear me. Enough is enough. When we were to react, such things used to happen. Some of them will come and mount very close to our church until they got me angry. I don't want to destroy the lives of young men. I don't want to destroy the lives of young people. But let nobody touch my own. I will not accept it anymore. Anybody that touch my members, I will touch that person. Anybody that tried this nonsense with the members of this commission, nobody should try it here. A pastor should take him aside. If he confesses Jesus, lead him to Christ and let him commit his life to Jesus. If he failed to, he will reap what he has sown. Your father saw the way your stepmother was treating you. He dropped some money
Yes, sir.
and said they should give you the money.
It's true, sir.
And you use that money to establish business for him
Yes, it's true.
so that he can marry you.
It's true, sir.
You have been using that money to sponsor him.
Yes,
You
sir.
people have plans.
Exactly.
He told you he will go to Cotonou
Yes. That's
to bring in some things.
Yeah.
And you are supposed to release some money for him on Tuesday
Yes, that's
that he's traveling. By what you think, this is the person you have now in your life.
Yes, exactly.
You love him so much.
Yes, sir.
But hear me. I am a representative of God.
Yes.
I will do what God wants me to do. You see this young man?
Yes, sir.
He doesn't love you 1 minute.
How, sir?
Calm down. I will tell you how. He doesn't have anything to do. Young man, the money he wants to collect from you on Tuesday, he told you he's going to bring goose.
Yes.
He's
Yes.
supposed to be wedding on the 29th. Young man, right in this place. Right in this place. You want to finish from here. Then you will go and give some people your wedding card. Go and bring the wedding card. Leave him alone. Come on, stop. This is your wedding card. Saturday, the 29th of June. That is this week, Saturday. This is 29th of June. Eh? This week, Saturday. This young man is supposed to be doing his wedding. Then he's promising her that he will marry her. She's using her money to sponsor his business. Look at how the lady, how do you feel now that she's weeping like this? I sit in the place of my office. I nullify this wedding. Young lady, stop crying. This wedding will not hold. This is some of the reasons they talk about us. This is some of the reasons they fight us. But I don't care who does what. I sit in the place of my office as a prophet of high function. This wedding will never hold. Young man, from Thursday, you will be down. You won't stand up. You can't help yourself. You can't shift. You can't move. I put confusion in the 2 quarters. This wedding will never hold. You cannot be using the money of another lady to come and marry another lady. This is Ujunwa Timothy. You are wedding here against the one who is using everything that she has to sponsor you. And let me say this to you, young man. You will not eat her 1 naira. The business she started with you, you will not eat the business and go. You cannot even go. Let me give you a surprise. You are looking at me one kind. Let me give you a surprise. You must marry her. It's a must. Anybody go and say anything about me. You say you go marry, you must marry. Wipe your tears. Clean your tears. Clean your tears. Before you hear, is standing the man carrying the prophetic mandate of the God of Talknado. I bear the mark of God upon me.
Thank you, sir.
Go and relax, young man. Go and sit down. You must marry her. This one will not hold. There is nothing anybody can do about it. Tell the pastor that I said so. Talknado says so. Himself can do nothing about it. From Thursday, your leg won't carry you. Your leg will not break. Your head will not break. But you will be near to the grave, but you will not die. Go and sit down. Hey, pastor, go and look around. Did they bring any lady that is a little bit fair in complexion, that is almost down and dying? I hear God say to me, save that life. Anybody like that here? You've carried that to a native doctor.
Yes, sir.
You've carried that to different churches.
Yes, sir.
Hospitals have tried,
Yes, sir.
but they were unable to discover what is wrong with her.
Yes, sir.
Has she been shaking like this since she came to church?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you people. The Lord said to me that your present husband is not your first husband. You married before this present one,
Yes, sir.
where you had 2 children. The Lord said to me that the man is the one that is after your life. And he's doing everything to kill you.
Oh.
But the man will die now.
Amen. Amen.
I have a reason for killing him.
Oh.
And this is my reason. He was the one that asked you to go. Because you have 2 daughters.
Yes, sir.
I'm sorry, can I say the truth? This is one of the daughter.
Yes, sir.
He asked you to go. And how can you ask her to go and still want to kill her because she went to the other man and delivered son? And you are not able to have sons. Then you after her to kill her. Here and now, the Lord said something to me that is making me act. I was standing here, I've not seen her before, I don't know her. The Lord said to me that there is somebody they brought into this place. That if I conclude now and end the service, as she steps out to take Keke to go, that she will fall and die.
Oh.
And that will bring another thing. For that reason, with the power of immediate, I will touch your head now, and you will know that the man you came to meet, I'm not an ordinary man. Let everything in your system, from the crown of your head to the sole of your feet, let them all come down and return back to normalcy. Receive your healing now.
Amen.
Lambert,
Jesus Christ.
you will go down now. Remove the wrapper. There is a brother in this place. If you will not be shy, your father died when he was 57 years. Your sister died when she was about 57 years. Another of your brother died when he was 57 years. And you will be 57 years by November. Are you the one? Stand here. The same kind of thing that happened to your father and he died, happened to your sister, she died, happened to your brother, he died, is happening to you now. And that thing came to kill you. Call me Talknado.
Talknado.
Wherever you are, sir, hold on. Where I came to do ministry. I came with grace, I came with power. I came in the name of the Lord God Most High. Oga, where is your wife right now? Your wife is where? Come. Your family, they are using you and your husband to do caricature. Stand up. Because of poverty. Stand up. There was a time your husband was helping them.
Yes, Daddy.
But today there is nothing. And they are laughing at you. I remove from you the garment of shame. I remove from you the garment of shame. I remove from you the garment of shame. Go. Somebody holla Talknado. And the plans of the devil for killing 57 in your family will not kill you. You believe? Matada yala gabadash. Betu teleke brabaya gadada. Yasun telimbra anko toyo kelegejinde yalada. Zatamayanda lile lamosha. You believe, sir?
I believe, sir.
Death, where is your power? I sit in the place of my office as a prophet of high function.
Yes, sir.
If you believe,
I believe, sir.
I cancel it.
Amen.
If I tell you what to do, will you do it? Go outside the church.
Yes, sir.
Outside the church.
Yes, sir.
Very close to the main road.
Yes, sir.
Bring me sand, very little from there.
Yes, sir.
Very little.
Yes,
Bring
sir.
me sand from there. Sorry, dear.
Yes, sir.
Sorry, dear. You will find favor. You hear? You will find favor. I can release your brother right now, but listen. Hold on. I can release your brother right now, but your brother has made up his mind to come back. But hear me. If he come back, he will find a better help. He will find a better help. Look at him. He's tired with staying in Dubai. He wants to come back. He has made up his mind to come back. Let us allow him come back. Then bring him. I will help him.
Okay, Daddy.
I can make him stay. I can make them allow him walk into town. They have sent others back,
Yes, Daddy.
but they are still keeping only him now.
It's true, sir.
Look at him, look at him. I sit in the place of the divine. It's superior to the supernatural.
Yes, Daddy.
There is something I carry that is unusual.
Yes, sir.
Call me by 6 p.m. today. I will tell you one word to tell him and let him come home this week.
Daddy,
Talknado,
sir.
Anomeba.
Thank you,
Sir, go there and pick me sand. There are some things going wrong in your body. Pick me the sand. Come straight to this altar, in front of this altar. Drop it. Go and look for toilet. Urinate.
Yes, sir.
Something in your compound that links to you. The sand that they collected in your house,
Yes, sir.
that you will not make money to complete the house.
Yes, sir.
Drop the sand here. It will represent the one they dropped there.
Yes, sir.
And that sound they collected from your place will be under my table at the office,
Yes, sir.
waiting for me.
Yes, sir.
Quick. Sir, this is the man carrying the prophetic mandate of the God of Talknado.
I know, sir. I know.
Right now, find a way. Boost the blood of your son.
I have done it.
The spirit that is sucking the blood of that child. In fact, go and bring the child. Something is sucking the blood. Gather blood and gather. It will come down to 50, 55. The baby will be feeling so weak, shouting at the middle of the night
Sir.
because there's something sucking the blood. But the man before whom you are standing, I'm the one carrying the prophetic mandate of the God of
Yes, sir.
Talknado.
Yes, sir.
People have been holding themselves right now. The sucking of the blood, all the experiences you've been seeing in the night. Now you go, watch this night, then you know where you are coming.
Thank you, sir.
This spirit that is terrifying you in the night, attacking you, did you tell them that you belong to Talknado? And they still have the temerity.
Yes, Daddy.
They still have the courage to come near you. Come here. My brother, come. No, wait. My brother, can you look for 110 naira?
Yes, Daddy.
110 naira.
Yes, Daddy.
Can you datch me?
I will.
Please datch me. Here and now, I prophesy. The demon coming around and attacking you at the middle of the night.
Yes, my Father.
Brata ampu lugelege zakata.
Amen. Amen. Thank you, Dad. Thank you, Dad.
Oh yeah, go.
Thank you, sir.
Somebody went to a native doctor and was asked to pay 110,000 that they will turn your fortune to his own. And he paid. And they told him to defecate, prepare fixes. Drop it in front of your shop
Yes, sir.
with some particle on top of it.
Yes, sir.
Drop it at your warehouse.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And he did. Dropped here, and dropped some things they asked him to drop with it.
Yes, sir.
That when you people come and pack it, that is how your fortune will now come to him. Because they are jealous of how you are selling.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And they are using their mouth to say that Talknado have done something
Yes,
for you.
sir. Yes, sir. Yes,
And
sir.
the same people who
Yes,
say
Daddy.
Talknado have done something for you went to pay 110,000 so that they can turn it around. But little did they know that Talknado, I am not sleeping.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And now they paid 110,000. I am collecting 110 naira.
Yes, Daddy.
You see the difference?
Yes, Daddy.
Drop it at the altar. Come. Sir, tomorrow morning
Daddy.
you will drop your own.
Amen, sir.
When we close now, go home. If you want to sleep, sleep. You will go to shop early tomorrow. You will go to your warehouse early tomorrow.
Daddy.
When you get to your shop, in front of that place where they drop that and stand there, shout Talknado 3 times.
Yes, sir.
Go to your warehouse, stand there, shout Talknado 3 times.
Yes, sir.
Banyega Suahia. Actual result by Thursday. I am the man carrying the prophetic mandate of the God of Talknado. Double letter quest.
Somebody say unchangeable, unchangeable God, reliable, reliable.
Sir, have you done? Have you gone to? You've gone to urinate? Oh yeah, come, sir. Go and sit down. Sir, come. Do you believe that with me standing here, I can cancel that debt completely from your family?
I believe, sir.
That everybody dying at 57, 57, 57, that for your sake I can cancel it permanently.
I
Allow
believe,
her.
sir.
You believe?
Yes, sir.
You believe?
Yes, sir. I believe, sir.
You believe?
Yes, sir.
Are you believing for him? You know him. You know him too well. The one that is in your family, have I cancelled it? The same thing you want me to believe you that he believes. There is an untimely death running in your own family. There is a curse over your father that no son of your father will make a name that will be hard. The female folks, your sisters do better than the men. Did you hear what I said?
I do, sir.
Your sisters do better than the men. Every man born of your father is under spiritual cocoon. Every one of you confused, given to life that is cheap and petty. There is nothing any one of you can do on earth to succeed except power breaks you
I believe you, sir.
and sets you free.
I believe you, sir.
Matadalagayandele. Bredeyagagajundelele. If you don't know where you are, you may be dreaming dreams. But far be it from you that you will be so close to this oil and not get the help that you desire. And listen to how it works. All things are possible to he that believes. Do you believe that your family can be free now?
Too much worse, sir.
You know, you were actually talking for another man. You weren't talking for yourself.
I believe, sir.
There is a force in the family that is after every man, every male child in that family. You people don't even know what is pushing you. You don't know what is. No matter the capital that enter your hand, if money enter your hand now, you wouldn't know what to do. It is when that money finish, your eyes will open. Everything you are supposed to do, you will now know. When there is nothing in your hand, you have good plans. But immediately money enter your hand, your head will be empty. You won't know what to do till that money finish. It is something that is in the bloodline. It is in the bloodline. And what happens when you meet people like me?
Papi.
It is broken and you are free. And my Bible says, if the Son of Man shall set you free, you shall be free indeed. You shall be free indeed. I speak for you, sir. The 57 years spiritual mandate of death. If you believe,
Sir.
I end it now.
Hey.
I don't know if you believe.
Too much worse, sir.
I don't know if you believe.
Too much worse, sir.
The devil has a way and a strategy of deceiving all of you. He makes you shake and stumble into things that does not matter. Things that are flimsy, that doesn't make sense. That is the reason in several areas you are not functioning normal. You are near, but you are not close. It is different to be near. It's another thing to be close. I speak to you by the mandate over my life.
I believe it, sir.
There is nothing you cannot get under this commission.
I believe it, I believe it, sir.
How can you be so close to this oil and you are not functioning very well as a man and you are still doing as if you don't know where you are standing? I may keep quiet and do like I don't know. I know. What is going on inside your house, inside your bedroom? Talknado, I know. I may decide to keep quiet. That I'm keeping quiet is not a display of ignorance. I'm keeping quiet watching because I know that there is food meant for children, but there is food that is meant for an outsider. You have a problem that need me. My friend, why are you wasting your time? You are not functioning well as a man. Something is wrong with your system. And this is the man carrying double letter kwele. You stand with me every time, but you don't know whom you are standing with. I am not a complete man. I'm half man and half spirit. When it is going on inside your bedroom, I know it. What are you waiting for? Why are you busy delaying yourself and wasting your time for nothing when you should cry, help me, oh Lord? I will open my mouth and close and it ends. But look at over the years.
Papa, you see, I want to come with big seed.
Battle, pray, end. Galaga, Zante. Under 3 days, you will see a sign. Then you will know that where you are is not a joking ground. I carry oil that is undeniable. Go. It is done for you.
Everybody raise your right hand up. Everybody raise your right hand up. Everybody raise your right hand up. Raise your right hand up.
This anointing in this house. Yes,
sir.
I cannot fight for you and give you victory over land matter. And somebody will say you will not enter the land. It's a lie. So I go back to Obulumo. Or somebody who got I am the man carrying the prophetic mandate of the God of Talknado.
I know, sir.
Go. Where is your husband? He's in the church. Go and call him. Do you know where to see him? Go and call him. believe in this commission?
Yes, sir.
If I tell you something, will you do it?
Yes, sir.
Right now,
Yes, sir.
the matter I'm talking to you about is beyond you. Listen, it's beyond you. Because of land, I helped you in that land. Is it true?
It's true. Yes,
Prayed for you in this house.
yes,
I
sir.
spoke. You got victory. Because of the same land, your people who ran away during the case want you to die because of the land.
Yes, sir.
But when the case was on, they ran away
Yes, sir.
thinking you will not succeed.
Yes, sir.
I was the one who asked you to go.
Yes, sir.
You have succeeded.
Yes, sir.
The same people turn back to take your life.
Yes,
But I want you to do me a favor.
Yes, sir.
There is something you did that is not good. You came here down and out. I helped you. Money entered your hand and you slacked back. I'm not learning. I'm not learning the work. You were no more coming like you used to come before. Now problem has come. And here you are. Listen. If I leave you now, you will die. If you die, your children will suffer. I don't want to leave you to die because your children are also my children. I want you to do something. And I want you to tell me you will do it now. Promise me that you will not be hitting your wife again.
I promise.
Is it a promise?
Yes, I promise.
You will not be hitting her again? Eh?
Yes, sir.
You promise me that? Eh?
Yes, sir.
You promise me that?
Yes, sir.
Listen, I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. I'm not joking. What I'm talking about is something that has to do with your life. Listen to me. That money that entered your hand that time,
Yes, sir.
if there is anybody that should eat good part of it, it's me. But I don't work for money. I'm not doing this work as a hireling. My joy, my greatest joy is that I have helped countless souls. That is my joy. That is what I see as my victory. I am making bold now to say it, and I can say it anywhere. Before you, before God, before the devil, and before man, that it was Talknado that helped you to get the land that your father couldn't get.
Yes, sir.
Now, when do you know a prophet of my class? Now, the same land want to eat your head. Look at me now. I'm not hiding. You didn't call me, I called you.
Yes, sir.
Look at me. I have shown up again. Saying you will not die. Because when I tell you that when I'm praying, I am watching. But I want you to do something for me. You know that your wife is not a bad wife to you. The only problem, the major problem both of you is having is just one thing. You know that thing. She know that thing. I know it. That is what makes me senior officer. If you look at me one kind, I will say it, and it's not good, I say it. You know it's not good, I say it. So beg me. Yom Biko.
Sorry.
Talknado. Did you hear when I told somebody that what is happening inside your bedroom, I know. What is happening anywhere, I know. I may keep quiet. Most times people are deceived by my simplicity. You may talk nonsense, and after talking nonsense, I will see you and still be laughing with you and still be praising you and looking at you. You think you are deceiving me. You are the one we are deceiving. Because at the end, when we get to the T-junction, that is, listen, I know more, I talk less. Adim ka Dios ani ekucha ihe ohun n'elu. Nye m huru n'elu dị too much. I know more. Son, I know more. I know some of the secret discussions and secret meetings. I attend them. I'm the man carrying the double etekwele you hear. Some of the conversations on the phone, I listen to them. After listening, I shake my head. But it only helps me to know who is who. To know those who are my own and those who are not my own. But we are still moving. You may think you're deceiving me. You're not deceiving me. Oh. You are only deceiving yourself because in the end, I have advantage. I carry double letter. I can help you now. Now. You see, everything they have done, all their movements, everything they have gathered, in 5 minutes, I will put it in my pocket. Man, I got oh yeah, we had each and oh yeah, hear me? Madumbra ando kosuki teleke legajanda da. Laga bragazunte enkete yelebos. Lubra anti. Kataka sakate yela. Lawa. Don't you people should stop crying. Stop worrying over this matter. There is nothing they have done in that land that can claim your life. Enter there. Do what you want to do. Talknado have spoken. Oh, yeah, teacher. The brother that came from Jos, come. The Lord bless you. The Lord bless you. The Lord bless you. Please face me. Face me. This is the man you watch on television and you're so excited. And thank God you are here physically to see me one-on-one. Everything you watch over the television that you so desire and celebrate, the anointing and the grace that you people celebrate over there in the north. Today, as you partake of it physically, as you're going back, your ministry,
yes, sir,
your business,
yes, sir,
your family,
yes, sir,
will receive visible turnaround.
Amen.
Under 2 weeks,
yes, sir,
you will call me and you will say something.
Yes, sir.
Take. The Lord bless you. This is the man carrying the prophetic mandate of the God of Talknado. You are lifted.